everyone, it's me, Kelly, with Kelly Tennant and Associates. So you probably noticed I forgot my glasses today. It's a good thing that I can actually see up close. So I don't think I'm going to need them today, but a little bit of a different look, I suppose. So I want to talk to you this month about employee engagement and employee retention. You know, the job market being fierce, for lack of a better term, for both the employer and the employee. I think it's important to talk about from an employer perspective why employee retention and engagement is important, and then some action steps that you can take to help implement strategies and improve your retention and engagement. So why is employee retention even important? Because it creates stability within your organization, or at least in my opinion, it creates that stability and growth. It costs money to train new hires, and it takes time to bring them up to speed on the culture and the intricacies of your organization. And so where you can streamline some of that and just work on engaging and interacting with employees, creating performance development plans, which we'll talk all more about this, to really help with your overall retention. And spilling the tea on some of these employee retention challenges, let's talk about, I really identified three. There's probably more that we could talk about, but I just really wanted to focus on some key items that I thought were important. So what are some employee retention challenges? Limited growth opportunities for an organization definitely is one of them. I may have mentioned this statistic before, but I attended a Future of Work event that was here locally where I'm at in New Mexico. This was probably about a month, maybe 6 weeks ago now, give or take. And an economist that was part of this particular panel had mentioned one of the top three reasons that people leave their organization is because of limited growth opportunities. And they mentioned that 75%, roughly, 75% of all jobs by the year 2030, which ironically is not that far away, will need some sort of education. And that doesn't necessarily mean college, but some sort of skill set, some sort of specific skill set to do a job. Upskilling employees and reskilling employees is going to be really important. And in fact, I think having some sort of professional development and growth plan for succession in your organization is going to be really paramount. I think the other thing comes down to leaders and managers. I separate those two because oftentimes managers are, quote, considered leaders, but they're two very distinct skill sets. So teaching managers how to manage and how to lead. You manage things and you lead people. And so leaders don't often know how to hone into their leadership skills when they're new to the job, especially, and many don't get any sort of formalized leadership training until they're in their 30s. So they're leaving this like trail of fire behind them, so to speak. So training leaders how to have one-on-ones with employees, how to have effective one-on-ones with employees, and how to coach. Coaching is really important. So how to coach individuals on your team. And also, I think in the current climate and the current workspace, we need to be able to think of how to do that when our workforce is distributed, that we may be remote and maybe in different places and in different time zones. And the other thing that comes to mind for me is I don't feel that many organizations, I should say, are meeting the demands of what the workforce or what's marketable to the workforce today. I think this was really evident almost 5 years ago when we were in a global pandemic, which I hate to continually bring up, but I use that because it was really a benchmark for a really a change in culture in our society. But perks and benefits that new hires and employees want today are not the same that they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 50 years ago. And we haven't seen much change on that front. So times have changed, but the perks and benefits have not changed. So how can you as an organization think more creatively and in an innovative manner about the perks and benefits that you offer? The other thing that I thought was interesting is there may be a demand to offer training in different skill sets. There was an employer that was part of this panel, which had a program that I thought was very interesting because they actually mentored new employees through some basic skills like time management, finance management, simple things that they were finding that their employees needed. And it has made a huge difference, not only in their retention, but in the engagement of their teams. And just thinking innovatively and thinking, okay, what is it that my employees need to be able to get them up to speed to be able to do this job? So meeting the demands of your workforce help you from a cost perspective in terms of your return on investment there, but it also creates a culture of trust and a community of practice where you have people who are really working towards the same mission and vision in your organization. And so with that, stay tuned this month as we talk and dive in to this topic in a little bit more detail. I have other blogs on this topic if you're interested in checking them out at kellytinen.com. There's one you might be interested in. It's called Addressing Workforce Disconnect, a conversation on employee engagement. And next week, we're going to talk about signs of employee turnover. So I hope you stick with me this month. Again, I'm Kelly with Kelly Tinen and Associates. If you like this content, don't forget to follow us on the web. There you can find all of our social media, and you can follow us on your favorite platform. We'll see you soon.